Hello, my name is Devin Warren. I'm a special education teacher here in Princeton Public Schools. Today I'm going to talk about alternatives to traditional homework for students with disabilities. We're supporting families to promote meaningful learning at home. Why rethink traditional homework? Worksheets and paper pencil tasks often aren't accessible for all of our students. They can increase frustration for both students and families. Homework may not reflect functional or meaningful learning goals. School has limited opportunities for generalization of skills, so this is the perfect opportunity to help your students work on some of their IEP goals that were unable to generalize at school. Students are often exhausted from being on all day at school. Whether they've kept their behaviors down, worked really hard, they need that time when they get home for some downtime. Guiding principles. Homework should be individualized and aligned with the student's IEP goals. Functional, skills that matter in their daily life. Embedded, learning happens throughout the day, both at school and at home. Family-friendly, homework should not be an added stress for caregivers. Flexible, there should be multiple ways to demonstrate a student's learning. And meaningful, helps the students improve their independent skills. Here is an example of functional academic goals written in an IEP and how you can do an alternate homework assignment at home. So the goal is students will identify numerals 1 through 10. The homework alternative could be counting steps while walking, identifying numbers on doors, mailboxes, and remote controls, matching socks by quantity, or counting out utensils, plates, etc. when setting the table for dinner. These are all different ways the academics can be embedded into the daily routine. Life skills practice at home. Students practice real-world skills including helping set the table, sorting laundry by color, identifying personal items, following a routine, bedtime, brushing teeth, snack time, packing and unpacking their items for school, washing dishes, cooking simple meals, making the bed, or making a grocery list and paying for items at a store. All of these things focus on communication, independence, and motor skills. An example of a daily living skill in an IEP is a student will complete a 3-step task with visual supports. The homework alternative could be following a visual schedule to brush teeth. They may even check it off or pull off the picture when they're done. Help prepare a simple snack or meal, and put toys away using a checklist. A checklist is a great tool to use at home, especially for those routines that your students are doing every single day. All of these support independence and generalization. Communication-based activities. Homework can support communication goals. Requesting preferred items at home, using their AAC device to make choices, greeting family members and friends, including saying goodnight, good morning, etc., labeling objects in their environment, or ordering food at a restaurant or your favorite ice cream parlor. Families can observe or casually support. Teaching happens naturally. An example of a communication goal that can be worked on at home, our students will make a request using their AAC device in 4 of 5 opportunities. The homework alternative, a student uses an AAC device to request a snack, toy, or TV show at home. The family can note if the request was prompted or independent, and that information can be shared with the classroom teacher or speech pathologist. No worksheets, authentic communication practice, and the generalization of skills are all worked on through this small task. Sensory and play-based learning. Learning through regulated movement and play. This is really for a lot of our younger students. You can create sensory bins or tactile exploration, music and movement activities, cause and effect toys, or having joint play sessions with siblings and caregivers. All of these things build engagement, self-regulation, and works on cognitive skills. Choice boards or menus are a great option to have at home. They offer options instead of one task or assignment that a student must do in that moment. If a student has academic work from school, they could pick one or two activities that they're going to complete. You can mix academic, functional, and leisure tasks to work on different aspects of your child's IEP. Use visual supports whenever you're trying something new. You can use first, then boards. First we'll do this, and then we'll do that. Having a clear routine for when specific tasks need to be accomplished is super helpful. All of this encourages autonomy and motivation. And if your student is a student who does not do well after school with homework, that's okay. For some students, learning is already intensive during the school day. They've given everything they've got for the hours they're at school, and they just don't have more to give in that area. After school time is needed for rest and regulation. Family time is super valuable and meaningful. After-school activities such as sports, clubs, dance, etc. can be just as valuable for the social experience as working on a student's academic goals. Progress can still occur without these formal homework assignments. The role of families. Homework should never create conflict in the home. The role of caregivers is that no expectations to teach new skills. Be your child's partner in learning. Provide simple feedback when possible. Do not engage in a power struggle over assignments. Clear communication with school providers is always helpful. And respect the family culture and dynamic that every family is different and not everyone has the same time or capacity to complete homework every day. Here are some of the benefits of homework alternatives. Increased student engagement, reduced stress for families, more meaningful skill generalization because it's being done in the real-world setting, repetition of daily routines to promote independence, and an alignment with IEP goals across multiple settings, not just here at school. In conclusion, here are some key takeaways from today's presentation. Traditional homework is not a one-size-fits-all. Meaningful learning looks different for every student and every family, and it can be done in a variety of ways. Functional, embedded alternatives honor student strengths while working on areas of weakness. Flexibility leads to better outcomes, and home can provide many more opportunities for the generalization of skills. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out.